Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
Travis?
Yo.
What are we doing today? I always take the intro. I'm figuring this time.
I guess this would be the start of Season 3 of the Planeswalker Deck Challenge.
Yes, Planeswalker Deck Showdown.
Planeswalker Deck Showdown.
Yes.
So this is the new ones from Ravnica Allegiance, not Alliance? Or is it Alliance, not Allegiance?
It's Allegiance. See, but I keep referring to it as Alliance. I've had to go back and re-edit things so many times because I realized I'm calling it wrong. And then one time I called it Guilds of Allegiance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So super funny thing right off the bat here is you didn't even ask what deck I wanted to play. No. You didn't even...
I didn't have to.
And part of me is like, I should probably jump on that sooner or later because he keeps playing these decks.
Yeah.
These blue-white decks
Yeah.
that, in my opinion, in your opinion, just not quite getting the full strength of blue-white. And I keep kind of getting... the red aggro kind of burn or, Gruul, literally Gruul in the situation. So I do feel like I should have offered, but you didn't ask.
No. His thing is like, it also, you play to your strengths, right? And at some point we are going to switch up just to have fun one time to sort of switch up and then try.
We're going to have to fight for Simic, I think, you and I, for the
there won't be a fight.
No?
I'm just taking Simic.
It's always been my color.
But I've been loving Simic. I've been playing a lot in Magic Arena. But yeah, I did the overview videos for both the Planeswalker decks, the new ones, the Dovin and Domri decks. And I was critical of the Dovin deck. And a big part of that is because when I was sort of like reviewing the decks ahead of time, just sort of looking over the deck list, getting my thoughts together about what I'm going to talk about, I looked at the Dovin one first, and I liked it. It was typical of the Planeswalker deck style blue-white decks.
Sure wasn't just lowered expectations?
To a certain extent, but I thought it was actually well put together for their watered-down version of Control, which they always do, which has no counter spells whatsoever. And then, so I was like, okay, well, this is not bad. I may have a chance with this. And then I looked at Domri's deck, and I was like, no, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose, because Domri's deck has so many cards with the mechanic Riot.
Yeah.
And I've played around with Riot in Magic Arena, and it is insane. And there's a chance. I would love to be proven wrong. I would 100% love to be proven wrong. Nothing would make me happier than to have Dovin end up winning. But I think that's going to require more luck than the ability of the deck.
Sometimes bad moves on my behalf. That's luck and bad moves. I do,
Keep your fingers crossed for some bad. The other thing, this is silly, but having just come off a win from the first Mana Cave of 2019, I was like, I wonder how long I can keep this undisputed streak going in 2019. And I think it ends today, which is a shame because I had a huge losing streak near the end of 2018, and I was really like, this is momentum. No. But no, I knew you wanted the Gruul deck. And I'm not going to take that away from you. But I got to tell you, when I saw how much better I thought it was going to be, then this one I'm like, maybe we'll switch this time. But yeah, so yes, I am playing the Dovin Architect of Law deck.
Domri?
City Smasher.
City
Smasher, yes. So we'll set these aside. We're going to roll to see who goes first, using the colors of our decks.
That's how we nerd. That's a good 8. That's
7. Close. It's close.
Both don't count.
Okay, so I'm going to get to go first. So I'm going to show you folks my opening hand. Neither of us had a mulligan.
No mulligans.
No mulligans. So this is
the position.
Not necessarily the strongest opening hand, but I think I have a shot with this, so we will see. So anyways, that is the opening hand. As you guys can see, it's an opening hand. I want to do like the Travis thing where I say a bunch of things, talk around the information in the deck. There we go. Okay.
And there would be my opening hand. I have land. I have creatures that can cast those land. That's why I kept it. Not the greatest, much like Ed. It's a bit of much like Ed's implying. Not the strongest hand anyway, but...
Oh, one last thing before we start. I believe in I'm not sure what order these are being released. I wanted to release this particular Mana Cave as soon after the pre-release as possible. So I think originally this was going to be the Battle of Champions between Nicol Bolas and Chandra. That's going to be delayed for another week, just so you guys know. For those of you who are waiting on that one, that's why this one's coming out, because I wanted to get this out as quickly as possible for you folks. Okay.
Makes sense.
So we're going to start off with a Plains and pass the turn to you.
I will draw, and then I will play a Gruul Guildgate entering tapped and pass to you.
Solid start. Solid start. I will play an island and pass the turn to you.
Untap. I'm going to play my second land dramatically.
Oh, no way.
Now let's just start with these new mechanics.
Okay.
Tapping green and a red for the Zurta Goblin. He's a Goblin Berserker, and he's a 2/2, and he has Riot. Now, Travis, think.
Yes.
I'm a greedy man. So I think I'm going to choose to give it haste, because Riot means when it enters the battlefield, I can either choose to give it haste, or it can enter with +1 counter.
Yeah.
Now, in this situation, I'm going to go with haste. If he had like a 2/2 on the board, and I'm like, I'd rather wait a turn and have something beefier to attack with, then I'd probably choose the counter thing. But in this situation, open board, I'm choosing to give it haste, choosing to go to combat.
Okay.
Watch him bounce this or something like that.
Okay, so I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to cast Summary Judgment. Is instant. Summary Judgment deals 3 damage to target tapped creature.
Well, see, even if I hadn't, he'd be dead anyway.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn. I passed you.
Okay. Draw.
All that for nothing.
I'm going to play a Plains. I'm going to tap a white and a blue and bring out Concordia Pegasus. It is a 1/3 with Flyer. With Flyer? With Flying. Flying it has. Okay, Travis, pass it to you.
All right. It's okay. I got more Riot going on here. Maybe not this turn, but play a Forest. So I guess what I'm going to do is, yeah, we'll cast this beast. Tapping 3
Okay.
for the Sylvan Brush Strider. It's just a beast. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 2 life. It's a 3/2.
Yeah.
It's got a lot going for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go up to 22 and pass it back to you.
Okie dokie.
It's a creature, you know. It's there.
So we were talking a bit before playing, and I was mentioning to Travis that my goal is to win before he gets to 8 land, because I mean he's got a lot of creatures which are great even before 8, but you have a finisher in that, which is a crazy creature that has Vigilance, Trample, Haste, and buffs up the rest of your creatures with Vigilance and Trample and +2/+2. It's nuts. So if you get to 8 at that point and have any creatures on the board, I think I'm going to lose.
Because the Trample itself is awesome, but Vigilance does so much more. I always go to Commander in my head, but when you got like Trample and Vigilance, it's just like, I really have very little ramifications other than poor blocks, so I'm just going to attack with everything. That's what I love sometimes, Vigilance and Flying. Like, I'm essentially lightning bolting you for 3, because you got no flying blocker sometimes, and I love Flying and Vigilance.
Anything with a big button fly or a Vigilance as well too is great.
Yeah.
Because it's like attacker, even if it's a small amount of damage, and it's just this beefy blocker as well too. So
Going nowhere.
speaking of combat, I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to fly in and hit you for 1.
I cannot block a flyer with my lack of reach, so I dropped to 21.
21. 21? When did you get? Oh, it's too late. You just mentioned it. He just mentioned it, Ed. I'm the prize. Come on, focus. Okay, I'm going to tap for 1 Plains and bring out the Elite Arrestor. It is a 0/3 human soldier. I can pay 1 in a blue, tap target creature.
The tapper down. I remember seeing that in that deck, and that's one thing I was worried about, because no matter what, you can get stuck in a bad situation there.
Pass the turn to you.
Tap. Draw. Okay. Play the Gruul Guildgate again, entering tapped.
Okay.
Not much I can do about that. Okay. Question is, what do I want to do here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll go to combat.
Okay.
Swing with a 3/2.
I'm going to block it,
Okay.
and then 3 damage. I'm tapping for 1 white, and I'm going to cast Arrestor's Zeal. Instant, target creature gets +2/+2 into the end of turn. It's got addendum. It's not going to matter, but I'll read it off because it's a new mechanic. If you cast this spell during your main phase, that creature gains flying into the end of turn. So now it is a 2/5.
Now it is a 2/5. And I just realized now this is not an instant. Like it should be, so I can't respond to that. So my dude will die.
Okay. Okay, better start than I thought I was going to get with this so far. But I'm running out of cards.
Right.
The blue deck is running out of cards.
I'm going to tap 3 then for the Glamour Shaman. It has Riot, so I'm obviously not choosing to give it the haste. I'm giving it a +1 counter. Whenever Glamour Shaman attacks, target creature opponent controls can't block this turn.
Yeah. It's that was a card that I was using a lot in Sealed on Magic Arena, and it did so much work. Because if your opponent only has like 1 decent blocker, you can just keep on swinging in with that thing, making it so it can't block. It's great, and because it can get haste, you can do that out of nowhere and swing in with a bunch of damage. It's a great card.
That could be having those big butt blockers we were just talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Then you can't use his butt because it's being shut down.
Sorry, I do pass back to you.
Pass back to me. Okay.
Tapped out there.
Now, hopefully I won't miss a land drop. Well, it is a land. I'm going to play the Azorius Guildgate, enters the battlefield tapped, and I can tap it for white or blue. I'm then going to move to combat.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to swing in with the Pegasi.
No blockers, no shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Drop down, but back down to 20.
There we go. Got you back down to your original life total. I'm now going to pass the turn to you.
Nope. Untap. Draw. Okay. I'm going to attempt to cast a spell here called Ragefire. That is a sorcery and not
An instant.
an instant.
I knew which one it was because after going through the deck, but yeah.
No,
I figured that's what it was, yeah.
I can, in theory, if I successfully attack, I can make him not block anyway, but he's possibly going to use his ability here anyway, so I'm simply going to just take this sorcery speed spell.
Okay. So in response, I will pay 1 and a blue and then tap that down, and then this is going to die. That is a good one to get rid of, though.
Sorcery. Sorcery.
At least it doesn't cost 3. So it's also just target creature. That surprised me as well. I thought it was going to be any target at sorcery speed, but no.
Well, because they just keep making lightning bolt worse and worse. Yeah. Tapping 2 for the Feral Maca is just a bear cat.
Bear cat.
But it apparently has 6 eyes. Yes. Now I don't want to insult anyone's art, but it seems like they're just getting lazy. It's like, we'll just draw a tiger and we'll go to 6 eyes.
Now keep in mind, a lot of the times the artists are given instructions from whoever's ahead of like the art department sort of thing. So they're probably said, we need you to draw a tiger with 6 eyes.
Yeah.
Or like it looks like a tiger with 6 eyes.
Well, it strikes in the butt.
I'm guessing that's what a macaw is in Magic Land, right? It's a tiger that has 6.
It's a cat creature type, yeah. But I'm just saying this seems a little lazy. It's like, can't just draw a tiger. Draw 4 more eyes. I like your style, sir. All right, he's a 2/2, no riot, no haste, nothing. So pass back to you as I'm tapped out.
Back to me, okay.
With my sorcery, 3 damage.
Untap, draw. Really was hoping for another land. I'm going to. Now if that swings in.
Can't block anyway, in theory. In theory. A table tapper, huh?
And I'm gonna tap for 4 and play Dovin's Automaton. It's a 3/3 artifact creature homunculus. As long as you control a Dovin Planeswalker, which I don't, it gets +2/+2 and its vigilance. But it's just a 3/3 artifact creature right now. And I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw. Play the mountain I just drew. Up to 5. How you like me now? So red and anything for Ragefire. Sorcery speed on your automaton.
Oh man,
still not a good card. Effective in this situation, but not a good card. Okay, and we're gonna go to combat.
Yes.
You're gonna swing using his not blocking trigger on your 1 blocker.
Yeah. See, that's why I kept him up because I thought, he can only use that on 1, but when you take care of the other one, so I'm looking at 4.
You're looking at a bit more than that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So pre-damage.
Nah, 4 sounds good.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm at 16.
And then I'm just going to pass to you.
Okay, here we go.
I'm just going to read this other card for no reason in particular.
Draw, and... All right. Okay, well, I mean, you swing in with both. You make this can't block anyway, so I'm just going to move to combat.
Cool.
Now I'm going to swing in.
You waited for me to grab my beer to go to combat.
Yep.
Drop to 19 unless there's any...
You try grabbing again, I'll make you do something else. So 19, yeah. So I've got you down below 20. Awesome. Now I'm going to have to pass the turn to you, sir. Oh, wait, no. No, I'm going to pass the turn to you. Sorry.
I have no end-step shenanigans. I'm going to draw. All right. Sorry, untap my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Go to combat.
Okay, pre-combat, I'm going to tap for 3, including 1 blue. I'm going to cast Code of Constraint. Target creature gets -4, -0 until end of turn. Draw a card. Also has addendum. This is why I was sort of thinking of doing it on my second main phase instead. If you cast a spell during your main phase, tap that creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Doesn't really matter. They're both 2/2s at this point, right?
Both 2/2s, yeah.
So I'm going to just simply give that -4, -0. And I get to draw a card, which is one of the main things I wanted to do. So,
and then I will just strike or attack with the Feral Maka.
Okay, for 2?
Just for 2.
Okay, so down to 14.
And then I will pass to you.
Pass to me. Alrighty. Draw. Okay. I'm going to play an island.
That's nice.
I'm going to pay 5 and bring out the Azorius Knight Arbiter. It is a 2/5 human knight. It's got vigilance and it can't be blocked. So now you can make it so that one of them can't block. And I'd be taking 4 next turn possibly. You know what? I'm still going to go ahead and... No, I'm going to keep the Pegasus up. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay.
Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 and you're tapping all of it? Don't do that.
Domri.
Oh, no.
Let's smash some cities. Domri, City Smasher for a green and red and 4 of anything. He is a 4 loyalty planeswalker. So here's the thing, though. What I really want to do is deal 3 damage to any target, I think. But I want to minus him. I can +2 him. Creatures I control get +2/+1 and gain haste. Now you got a guy who's literally unblockable, which is a little bit scary, actually.
Yeah.
But he's only 2, so it can like literally. No, because you would have 2 attackers, but at some point you got to keep some dude back. Oh, he's vigilant though, so
yeah,
lots of options here. Lots of options.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have a 5.
That's one of the downsides with that particular Domri is the fact that he has a -3 ability and he's only got 4 loyalty, so it does make him very, very susceptible to any sort of damage,
Especially against a flyer and unblockable.
Yeah, but the plus side is he only takes 3 turns to be able to use his ultimate.
Yeah.
So, whereas Dovin requires 5 turns to get up to his ultimate.
So it just makes sense. I mean, it might have made sense not to even play him, but you got the mana, you got the card. You have 2 other cards that might get him out of the graveyard at some point.
Yes, that's the thing about this as well, too, because the tutor cards do search your graveyard as well. So,
would you rather I just put 2 on top of that or up to 6 total kind of thing?
Up to 6, right? Because it's 6 total, yeah.
He's 4, yeah. So up +2. Creatures I control get +1/+1 and gain haste. Now, a smart guy would normally leave for blocking, but again, I can't block a flyer, I can't block an unblockable.
Yeah,
so
and you can make one of these, make it so they can't block, and there's only one that has a decent block now that they're both 3/3s, right? So
correct. So they're both 3/3s. I'm swinging with both of them. He can't block.
Yeah. Well, shoot. You know what? I'm gonna take the 6, so I'm gonna go down to 8.
Cool. I'm tapped out. I'm Planeswalker loyalty activated out, and I pass back to you.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's do this. Let's do this, Travis. I'm going to play another Guildgate, which is going to enter the battlefield tapped.
I mean, it's going to be a slow race, because each turn you'll take him down. If you go straight for him, each turn you will take him down
Yeah. Okay.
3, and you can only +2.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap for... I'm going to tap for 3, including 1 white. And I'm going to cast Unbreakable Formation. So it's an instant, but I'm going to cast it on my main phase. Creatures you control gain indestructible until the end of turn. Addendum. If you cast a spell during your main phase, put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain vigilance until the end of turn. So this is now a 3/6.
Nice.
This is now a 2/4. There we go. They both have vigilance. Now, I'm not going to be able to kill your Planeswalker, but I'm going to move to combat with my vigilant creatures and attack your Planeswalker for a total of 5.
5, which actually really sucks.
Because one of the things that does, even though it doesn't kill the Planeswalker, it edges you out from being able to use the -3 ability. So, and then, Travis, I'll put this in the graveyard, and I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. So let's just tap for 1, 2, 3. Red, green, one of anything. For the charging Warboar.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's a Warboar. It has haste, although it's not going to need it in about 2 seconds. As long as I control Domri, though, he gets +1/+1 and has trample.
Yeah.
So right now he is a hasty trampling 4/2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to up Domri to 3 to give my creatures +1/+1 and haste.
Yeah.
Again, not that it matters. Would have been sweet if he actually had Riot, because then I couldn't give a counter, then hasted with Domri, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to attack.
Okay.
So none of them have vigilance, haha. So he's now attacking as a 5/3, because +1 and +1.
With trample, right?
With trample.
With trample.
5/3 trample, 3/3, and 3/3.
Okay, so now that triggers, and you're going to stop, I'm assuming, this one from blocking. This one from blocking.
Yes.
Travis, you sneaky, sneaky man. Well, I don't have any choice because this is a 5/3, correct?
That's a 5/3 with trample.
And these are both 3/3s.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to put this in front of this and then hope for the best, even though I'm expecting the worst.
All right.
Is it?
Burn Bright.
Yeah, Burn Bright.
Essentially Trumpet Blast.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's not Trumpet Blast, but I think it really wouldn't have mattered what you did in that point.
No.
Because they each can get +2/+2. The trample actually is still not going to affect, I don't think, because 5, 6... Oh, 1 will trample.
It's 5, no, so 1 would trample through.
But these all... You got lethal right there, I think.
But yeah, those are currently... they're currently 3/3s. They're going to go up to 5/5s. That's 10, so that's enough. So yeah, this is exactly how I expected the Domri deck to sort of go down. Oh, and you had it in hand. That's
I was
the one
a
I was
long
worried
way
about.
off of casting
So
it,
it's the End Raise Forerunner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to go into a commander deck, mine, if they're not like a $5 card, which I don't know if they will be. I don't know.
See, I missed one land drop, and I think I might have been able to still stick with this game. I had another Coda Constraint in hand, but I wasn't able to tap 3 and 3. And my main concern was getting that down.
Yeah.
Because there were so many different ways I could die given your board.
The other thing about Planeswalkers too is, like, especially in the commander world, which I go back to that a lot, people will say, well, they're easy, they get attacked a lot. But that's also 6 damage less that you're taking in some ways. It's not the greatest value, but when you add that on to the general value you get from their abilities, it's not bad.
And I've seen people focus on a Planeswalker when they should still be trying to go for someone's face as well too, because people fear the Planeswalkers so much that when they can, they try to take it out. Even though sometimes the better choice is to still attack the opponent.
Because you kill a player, it's 2 for 1.
Yeah. The other card I had in hand was Sphinx's Insight. And I don't like this card because I mentioned this in the overview of the decks. Wizards continually makes these decks with blue, white, or whatever white, and they think, oh, we'll make something that should be cheaper, cost 1 white additionally, and then we'll give you 2 life. And unless it's a life gain style deck, which benefits from it, like some of the ones where, like, you know, every time you gain life, X number of things happen, that's useless. I would rather have this as a 3-cost instant speed to draw 2 cards, because then I would have actually used it. And I have to use it as a sorcery speed if I want that extra 2 life. Yeah. So it costs 4 that way, and there was just, I wasn't going to tap down 4 to draw 2 cards and gain 2 life, and I still would have died in the end. So I'm not crazy about that card at all.
I'm not crazy about one card that only draws you 2. Almost regardless of the mana. Obviously, if it was 1 mana for draw 2 cards, it'd be popular. But
I'd be fine with it. Like I said, if it was 2 and a blue and instant speed, which I think there is something like that. I think there's a specific card. Is it Divination or something like that? 2 and a blue and instant speed, I wouldn't mind in this deck because that's a smaller amount of mana to hold up and then cast into your opponent's end step. Yeah. So I might have been able to get away with that, but I'm not.
Because especially at 4 mana, you're taking off a significant turn. They always say you're taking off a turn to do something and having no major effect. But it's a significant turn because by 4 mana turn, 4 lands, whatever, you need to be having significant plays. It's not like I can just have a shy little turn, or I'll keep my wall up and do something if you had a wall.
Yeah. Remember Treasure Cruise? Those were the days.
Those are the days.
Those are the days.
It banned.
Banned hammer on that one. Okay, so Travis, you were up 1, which is not surprising. I'm still going to, just so you guys know, even though I'm expecting Travis to win, I'm still going to try my best to prevent that from happening. So we're going to shuffle up, we're going to get to the next game of this, and then hopefully we can, at the very least, I can push this to a 3-game match. We'll see in just a moment. And we are back in the second game of this match, and I get to go first. So I'm going to show my opening hand first. Now, I think it's an okay keep. You guys will see a possible flaw with it once I show it here. So yeah, there you go. I'm thinking I can make do with this. So we're going to see, and hopefully I'm right. Travis?
All right, I did mulligan down to 6. I don't mulligan very often, but there was a lot of land in that first hand. So there's my second version of an opening hand. It's one card less, but decent. But I do get to scry. So when it comes time to scry, I can do that right now if you want, or I can do it on my
you might as
turn.
well just get out of the way now if you like, sir. I know we're supposed to do it in order, but
Okay, just blink. I choose to keep that on top. Blink.
like
Okay.
I dream of Genie there.
Yeah.
It's just a cutting edge reference, a nice modern reference. Just so you guys know, the furnace just went off. Normally, before we record, I shut the furnace off. It is minus 26 Celsius right now. Is that what it is? It's
Before the wind chill?
Yeah, and my wife is upstairs, so I won't be shutting off the furnace for this. I'm going to try to clean up the audio the best I can, but if there is a slight sort of, change to the audio at this point, you guys will know why. Okay, enough of that. Let's play an Azorius Guildgate that enters the battlefield tapped, white or blue. Travis, pass to you. I'm rhyming now.
Draw my mystery card. Play my own gate, the Gruul Guildgate. Entering tapped, red or green. Pass back to you.
Okay. Going to draw. And I'm going to play a Plains. And untap my land. Forgot about doing that for a second. I will tap for 2. Play the Concordia Pegasus. Saw before. And there we go. Pass it back to you, sir.
Now into the mystery cards. Gotta love them mystery cards. Mountain, tapping 2. Sure, we'll give this guy a shot. He's the Gravelhide Goblin. He's a Goblin Shaman. He's just a 2/1 for 2. Not great, but I can later tap 4 mana and he gets +2/+2 to end turn. I like this because there was once or twice in the last game where it's like, I got mana, but I'm not quite able, I don't have other cards, because you don't have card draw in this deck, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a mana sink, and that's decent, +2/+2. Mm-hmm. No haste, though, so back to Ed.
Okay. Oh, Travis, my worst fears have come true. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the Pegasus.
Swing away, Marrow. Oh, I should put my life total back to 20 and drop it back 19.
I'm not going to play a land. I am going to play another Pegasus, though. So I will now pass to you, having revealed that I kept a 2-land hand.
Okay, that's Travis thing to do. All right, I'll play another mountain. Tough call. Yeah, I'm going to tap 2.
Okay.
For that sorcery, the Rage Fire.
Oh!
Doing 3 damage to target creature.
The one that's untapped, I'm assuming?
One that's untapped.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to combat.
Sure thing.
Swinging for 2.
For 2, I'm down to 18.
And then I'll just pass back to you.
Folks, I need your positive energy, your positive thoughts. Draw a land to the top of this deck. Draw it up. Come on, draw it up. I don't even care if it's a tap land at this point. Draw it up. You all failed me. I'm going to untap my creature. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
Might as well just keep pecking away at you.
Dropped 18.
I'm going to tap 1 white and bring out the Elite Arrestor. It's a 0/3, and I can pay a blue and 1 of whatever and tap target creature. I have to pass to you. I'm getting punished for this 2-land hand I kept.
Okay. Playing the magic land of 4th land, yeah?
Oh, no.
There's a sweet place, 4th land, yeah. Yeah, it's 1 green, 1 red, 2 of anything. For the Frenzied Arynx. Now, I am going to give it haste.
Okay.
So it's a 3/3 with haste, and I can pay 6 mana later on to give it +3 until the end of the turn. So I
Yeah.
actually have 2 mana sinks. I'm going to go to combat.
You betcha.
Okay, so I'm swinging with a 2/1 and a 3/3.
Okay, you've got nothing left in hand as far as, or all your lands are tapped, right?
All my lands are
I'm going to put the 0/3 in front of the 2/1.
Okay.
So I'm going to be taking 3.
3
Correct?
damage.
I'm down to 15.
Okay. Pass back to you. So
Okay.
all tapped out there.
Folks, we have another shot at this. The positive energy. I can feel it. I can feel it. Come on. Here we go.
Didn't sound angry, but you didn't throw the land down like I usually do.
I know. You just like, boom. I'll play Plains.
There you go.
I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass the turn to you. I was about to over-explain something, and it's like, why give away? Oh no. It's not 6 yet, but it's still 5. 5 can be dangerous.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Okay. Pre-combat, I'm going to tap for 3, including 1 blue, and cast Code of Constraint. Target creature gets -4/-0 until end of turn. Draw a card. It's got addendum as well too. We saw that before, but it's not going to matter. So I'm going to put that on that.
Okay.
So that resolves?
That resolves.
Okay, so I get to draw a card. Okay.
Okay. I mean, if I go in, I can always pump it, kill that, kill whatever blocks it, and call that a turn. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to swing.
Okay, so you could potentially pump that up to
5/3.
a 5/3. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to block it with the Pegasus because I can't bleed that much damage, and this essentially forces you to do something in order to keep it alive.
So I will tap 4 to pump that up to a 4.
That's still on
Oh,
tap,
sorry,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
4. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't have trample.
Doesn't have trample.
So this dies, that still lives.
All right. So that's all I'm doing this turn because I took a most of my mana.
Okay, so
That's why.
my turn?
Yep.
Okay. Draw. You're still 1 off from being able to pump the other one up, though, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's a full 6. But that only buffs his power, not his toughness. But
I'm
he's
gonna
a
tap
3 and he has trample.
I'm gonna tap for 3, and I'm gonna bring out the 10th District Veteran. It's a 2/3 human soldier. It has vigilance, and whenever it attacks, untap target creature you control.
Nice.
Man, I've drawn an extra card now as well too, and I still did not get a 4th land out. So I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
Tap and tap and tap and tap. Okay, so we are going to, for 2, cast Rage Fire.
That's been unbelievably useful for your.
I think there's only 2 copies too, and I've seen 2.
No, there's at least 3. There
Really?
there might actually be 4 of that one. I think there might be 4 of that one. So there's a very good chance you'll have that in hand. But a sorcery speed removal, and one of the things as well too is that there are, I think, 2 creatures in this deck, other than the one that gets pumped up if Domri's on here, that have a toughness higher than 3. So that can take out just about everything in this deck, with the exception of like 2 creatures.
Yeah, that giant unblockable dude.
Yeah.
So a green, a red, and 1 of anything for the Charging Warboar. Yet again. He has haste, no riot, and I don't control Domri, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to combat.
Yippers.
Okay. So swing with the team.
Okay, so this I'm going to put in front of the 2/1 because it survives that at least, but I'm still going to be taking 6.
6, yeah.
Now I'm down to 9.
All tapped out. Back at you, sir.
Okay. Tap. Draw. I'm going to play a Plains.
Now you're in 4th land, yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap for 4. And I'm going to bring out Spirit of the Spires. It's a flyer. It's a 2/4, and other creatures you control with flying get +1 or +0/+1. So obviously that doesn't include the elite. However, it is a 4 toughness creature, which is important because it survives Rage Fire and it acts as an effective blocker. Pass the turn now to you.
Tap the team. Tap into for Rage Fire. Apparently there are 3 copies.
Yeah, there's at least 3. I think there's 4, but I'm not. There's at least 3.
Targeting.
Yeah, the elite
one that
arrestor.
actually-
That makes sense.
I mean, I could have done it after combat, assuming you blocked the 1, which might have actually made more sense. But that can also tap down, which I don't like the tap down thing.
Yeah. That's harsh, man. You're harsh and mellow.
I'm a harsh and you're mellow. Okay, what do I want to do here? Because really, the only one that can attack without dying is that one.
Yeah.
These 2 will die, but then, you know.
But then you'd also be missing out on 5 damage. So.
True. At this point, I think the 5 damage is worth it to go for it.
Sure.
Which I think.
And that's if you don't have, if you're not sucking me in with something in hand, right?
That other one doesn't do anything about toughness.
Wink. So
that one doesn't do anything about toughness.
no, but it can knock out my creature. Okay. I will block the 3/1 and then move to calm or move the damage.
Move the damage.
Okay, so I'm taking 5. I'm down to 4. Ooh. And this survives. That dies.
That dies. So then I'm just going to tap just for 2.
Just for 2?
For the Feral Maca.
Okay.
Just a 2/2 cat. And pass back to you.
Pass back to me.
But next turn I do have enough mana to at least cast the 1. If I get another one, I can do that one if I need to. And then I have the option of whichever one isn't blocked.
Okay, it's not a land, but it's something at least. I'm going to cast the Elite Arrestor. We've seen that before. And then I'm going to tap for 3, including 1 blue, to cast something we haven't seen yet. And that's the Senate Courier. It's a 1/4 flyer, and I can pay 1 and 1 white, and it gains Vigilance until the end of turn. It also gets +0/+1 from the Spirit. So it's a 1/5, a 2/4, and a 0/3. Oddly enough, I'm not going to attack, so I'm just gonna pass the turn to you. Oh my goodness.
Do the math in my head. So if I attack with him, I can pump the 4 to make him a 4/3.
Mm-hmm.
He would survive any single block.
He would survive a single block for sure, yeah.
But he could not kill either of those, so he could simply double block there, even if I pump, kill, and neither would die. So that doesn't make any sense. I don't have enough to do that yet. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually just going to tap for a green, white, and red to cast the Charging Warboar again.
Oh, my goodness.
And at this point, not attack.
Okay.
Because I'll only be 2. Oh, I'd rather have more for that. Okay. Yeah, it hurts, but I will just pass back.
Okay. Okay.
Don't even want me giving him extra turns at this point, but...
Draw. Really use another land at this point. I'm going to tap for 4 again, including 1 white. And I'm going to bring out another Spirit of the Spires.
See, this is exactly what I don't want.
So now, because it's other creatures with flying get +0/+1, they affect each other because they're now other creatures. So this is now a 1/6. This is a 2/5. This is a 2/5, and this is still a 0/3. I'm tapped out because God forbid I draw a 5th land, and I'm going to pass the turn to you now.
If I could just keep going wider. This happens to, I think, every single game. You slide on Bust Rider or whatever.
Oh, good, you gain life. You need that.
I go back up. My starting life total 20.
I was getting worried because you dropped below 20, and I was like, oh, he's in trouble. So
now, once again, I've gone just one wider.
Yeah, 1 wider.
So if I can just do that to the point that I can attack. So if I out-creature him each round, in theory, I have a shot of winning this thing. So this does pain me, but when I'm once again passing to you, allowing you a chance not just to catch up.
I desperately want to land. I desperately want this Plains that I'm going to play. I did a Travis where I just immediately get it out there. Okay, so I have different options, but I'm going to go with this one instead. I'm going to tap for 5, and I'm going to cast...
Not a creature.
Chillbringer. It's a 0/3 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So I'm going to tap that in case you draw that 6th land.
Because he does have trample.
Yeah.
So we put him kind of backwards. So
yeah, you can flip him over if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So next turn, you're going to basically flip it back. That's how we usually keep track of can't untap during your next untap step. I am tapped out. I'm definitely still not in a position to be able to attack, so I'm going to pass the turn now to you.
Okay, so I untap these 3, flip him over, draw a card. Okay, for 5 mana, I'm going to tap this good girl. Domri's Nodrog. He's a 5/2 beast. I don't like the low toughness on some of these creatures in this deck. He does have trample, and when he enters the battlefield, I may search my library and/or graveyard for a card named Domri, Search Smash, reveal it, put it into my hand, shuffle my library. So all he is a 5/2 lets me tutor for Domri.
Okay. But still,
yeah,
Domri. I mean, you need another land in order to get it out, but so you do get a tutor, right?
Yep. I've been stuck on 5 land for how many turns now?
Okay.
So he's a 5/2 beast.
I can't believe I caught up to the same amount of lands.
Not attacking, but I keep going wider. And
okay, so now it's my turn?
now it's your turn.
Okay.
And not only that, let's just say I magically drop Domri. You have a lot of power in the air.
Yeah, it's getting actually kind of nice with the amount of power that I do have in the air. I'm going to play a Plains. Okay. I'm going to tap 1 blue, 1 white, and then 4 whatever to bring out Dovin, Architect of Law. I can't believe I finally got there. He is a 5 loyalty Planeswalker. His +1 is you gain 2 life and draw a card. His -1 is tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. His -9 is tap all permanents target opponent controls. That player skips their next untap step. I'll be honest with you. I thought if I ever got Dovin out there, I would have to use his -1 ability. I'm actually going to use his +1 ability to draw a card and then gain 2 life. So I'm going to go up to 6.
No, that makes it difficult now because I'm...
And I now have a card draw engine. So I'm going to... Still, I'm just going to pass the turn to you and keep up my board of blockers. And I know you're in top deck mode. So... It's not a land, I'm guessing.
Nope. Okay. Gear to beat this out. Frick, I hate math. But let's do some math. +3/+3 only makes him a 6/6. So you have 2 5 toughness blockers. So I might luck in to get 1 damage to spring through.
You also don't have enough mana to use his ability.
Yeah, sorry.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of...
The other guy.
Yeah. He doesn't even have trample.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can throw everybody at you, hope for some favorable blocks, but there's not many because you have so many high toughness blockers. Hey. Yeah, geez, I think I mean, there's nothing favorable right now. Because even if I just say, I'll attack with 1, hopefully you block, and we'll trade. The high toughness is killing me.
And just so folks know, like, you're well aware that, of course, if you swing with everything, you're going to bleed some damage through. But at this point, it's a matter of, you know, that if you do that, you're losing a big portion of your board to my blockers.
Yeah, because I would easily lose him and potentially, because he's only 5,
Yeah.
it's 0 through.
Yeah.
Ditto with him, he'd block with your, and he wouldn't even die. At
Yeah.
least at this point, one of them would die.
And this is a 3/5 because of these two as well, too. And this is a 1/6, so it's a tough position.
Yep. No, it's, I'm going to pass back to you.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm going to +1 Dovin again. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually put his counter on here. So we had +1 before, so he was at 6. And now I'm going to +1 him again to gain 2 life, to go up to 8, and draw a card. I'm going to play Guildgate.
Ugh. Got all the land you need, don't you?
I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to bring out the knight, the unblockable knight with vigilance.
Even if Domri hits.
And I'm going to bring out another elite arrestor for 1 white.
Wow, this is a
I could start getting cocky and swing in. Part of me wants to, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. You got 6 creatures on the board. You know what? I'm gonna wait 1 more turn, which may be bad because I realize it's not exactly aggro, but I'm still only at 8 life, and I know you have things in there. And
I had you down to 4, sir.
Yeah, once Domri hits as well too, you are gonna be able to take out one of the elites. So I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
Man, come on, man. Feral cat or feral maca. Because I'm not attacking, because it's just not favorable. Now I'm fortunate to the point where you can really start tapping stuff down big time. But
yeah, the elite's going to be able to start doing a lot of work on your turn now. So, and Dovin as well too. If I want to stop drawing, I can make it so that certain things don't untap.
What is his minus?
His minus is tap target creature. It doesn't untap during his controller's next untap step.
Yeah, that could really hurt. But at least your flyers don't have vigilance. My best bet, I guess, draw it out till I play Domri. Hope he draws some blockers, but even then, that's not going to make a lot of sense either. No, because you can tap down a lot.
Yeah. And this is unblockable and vigilant, so it's, yeah.
Well, no, if the second hits, he'll get 1 activation of an ability.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I've
got you on a 10-turn clock, so.
Well, you have to start attacking my math. I'll pass back to you.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's not what I was planning on doing, but Okay, I'm going to -1 Domri. Or Dovin, not Domri. To tap target creature, it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. I'm going to, just in case you get the 6 land, I'm going to tap that down. I'm then going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to bring out the Windstorm Drake. It's a 3/3 flyer, and other creatures you control with flying get +1/+0. So now that the toughness is being increased. The power, yeah. I'm then going to move to combat now.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with the Knight, and I'm going to swing in with what is now a 4/5 flyer.
See, that's 6 damage. That's significant.
Yeah, so now
nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Dropped to 14.
I'm going to put this back here because it's tapped. And I'm going to... Oh, wait, this is... Okay, I thought that was my hand. I accidentally left up. I'm going to pass the turn now to you.
And this is one of those situations where I totally went against my better nature and slowed things down. And probably going to come back to bite me in the bum.
And now keep in mind as well, too, you haven't hit a land drop in 5 turns, I think it is now, so...
It's been a while.
Well, you've got another one, though.
There's 4 for another Frenzied Arnyx. I'm actually going to give it the +1 counter because I'm not attacking this turn.
Okay.
So one of these turns is going to happen. Especially when I get suicidal with my life total. So I'm not attacking. He has a +1 counter on him, and I pass to you.
Okay. End step, I'm going to pay 2, tap the arrest... Oh, sorry, I got to tap the one that didn't come out, I think, this turn. Did this come out? I can't remember. No, it came out last turn, but whatever. This one is about for a while. I'll tap down him.
Okay.
Just for the hell of it. Okay, so untap everything. Draw. Okay. I'm going to once again move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to... You're at 14?
I'm at 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I'm going to swing in with the Knight, the Spirit of the Spire, I'm going to pay 2, including 1 white, give this Vigilance, and also swing in with the Chillbringer. So we're looking at, this is unblockable, the rest of these all have flying. Move these up here.
Double check for reach.
And let me just quickly check the math. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
That's 14.
So that's game?
That's game. All I had it was a 7 cost and a 6 cost and 5 land.
Yeah, see, that's...
That's always the way.
The very next one.
Yeah.
You were stalled. You had a great sort of early run of land, and then just...
You know what? I should have just attacked. That's against my better nature to wait, and it... In the end, because no matter what, the pressure would be on you, and you took a lot of turns off.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes that happens. You wait for your board state to get bigger, and for your one play to happen, it just doesn't
Especially because you had me down to 4. So you really only need to go 1 wider with something that could do 4.
And I never had it, as far as I knew.
And when you know you have stuff like Brightburn in there, which it would be a game ender.
Brightburn?
That's the one, isn't Brightburn the one where it's +2/+0 to everything?
Oh, yes. That.
There's also another one in there which gives a +1/+1 counter and untaps something. So
Stone something.
Yeah, Stone Strength or something like that. So I mean,
There were
you could have swung in, but you would have lost a lot of your board. You would have done some damage, but I think I could have done it so that I would have only taken 2. Would put it down to 2, but I think at that point I still could have pulled away. So I don't fault you for
with that much life, I honestly didn't think because a lot of your creatures have little power, but it keeps adding up. Like I wasn't doing the math. I still thought I had. Otherwise, I would have just flunged for the hell of it. Yeah. I'm like, no, I can get one more turn, and that one turn might be the combat trick.
This has made me kind of think maybe this deck has more legs than I gave it credit for. But once again, you were stalled on 5 land, which for that deck is not insignificant. So
hilariously off of 1 of even a mana sink, let alone not even a card in hand. Yeah. I could activate 1 mana sink, which wasn't all that great. Not that terrible either. It's still there.
And at the end of the day, no matter what happens at this point, we each got to play our Planeswalker, which is always nice in the Planeswalker Deck Showdown. So we're going to shuffle up now. We're actually going to get to a 3rd game of this match, which is great. And we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
And here we are in the 3rd and deciding game of the Planeswalker Deck Showdown. Domri versus Dovin. Travis, you get to show first because you get to go first. I will bow my head. Oh, neither of us mulliganed, right?
No.
Okay.
No mulligan. So I have a full 7 cards. Hopefully this gets me where I need to be. Information overload. Maybe I'll... Okay, I'm just going to...
Oh.
Because that one might not have been visible for your... You might be trying to do it.
And God forbid I call you out on Twitter again.
Yeah. Or you like call me like at home like 2 in the morning. I'm trying to edit this. What was it?
For those of you who've been watching for a while, you'll know this, that I've constantly said things about the way Travis shows his cards. And then one time, anyways, there's my hand. So as you can see, it's different than the last one, but still maybe okay. And then one time, you can look up now. And then I finally ended up posting a photo on Twitter, or a photo, because it's, the 1930s. I ended up posting a pic on Twitter of you showing the opening hand and being obscured. And then you tweeted at me that I was hand shaming you. And someone in the comment section, I think it was the very next episode of the Mana Cave, someone in the comment section goes, "This was the best hand showing that Travis has ever done." so folks are pulling for you, and you seem to be doing a great job. Everyone's happy about it, but I do apologize for hand shaming you. Anyways, enough talking. Let's get to it.
You're good to go?
Good to go.
Right, no drawing. I play the Gruul backdoor.
Hey, there you go.
Gruul Guild Gate. So the gates, there's 2 different versions of it.
The Gruul gates are awesome.
I'm sorry, but it's not that the Gruul backdoor.
It is, but it's also, what the hell is the point of it? Because it's literally just a door. Just walk around it, right?
I wonder if it could be magical in the game of Magic.
I don't think it is. I think because Gruul just likes destroying I think they just destroyed their house. And they're like, believe the door. Because we got to keep this consistent.
Like the day after the Gruul kegger.
I swear every other guild gate has this gigantic building with like this huge, powerful gate. And this is it's a door out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, it does look like the back door.
And the torches are still lit. You gotta light them torches still. I can't disrespect that.
It looks like the back door to like a rave club or something like that. Where you have to know the secret knock or the password. So
it's awesome art. It does entertain.
It is. Oh yeah, we're not knocking the art. It's just it's
funny.
It's so funny and flavorful. So okay, so is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay, sorry. That was a long aside. Anyways, I'm gonna play a Plains. I'm gonna tap for 1. Feels weird. Turn 1 plays from decks that I play.
Always that guy.
The Elite Arrestor. They do give you 4 in this deck, so there's a good chance you'll get it.
You get 4 of something?
Yeah, 4 of them. I think you get 4 Ragefire. You should be happy. I'll pass the turn to you.
I'll play a Forest.
Okay.
And then I'll tap 2 for our friend, the Gravelhide Goblin. 2/1, tap for stuff. Pass back to you.
Back to me. Draw. Okay, well, I'll play the Azorius Guildgate, enters battlefield tapped, and I will just, I won't attack for my 0/3. I'll pass the turn back to you.
Not attacking with that guy?
No, it's weird, I know. It's crazy. The bold move, Cotton. See if it works out for me.
So the Guild Gruul front door, which is the other art, which is still not much of a door.
Which is still, it's just basically, just walk around it.
Now, this may seem like a waste, but let's just say that I've got cards to burn like this.
No, it's not a waste. You want to get rid of this. I
hate
understand
that,
right?
I
I mean,
know.
it's locking down your creature.
I'll poke in for 2.
For 2. Down to 18.
That tapped me out with my tapped land, so I pass back to you, sir.
Okay, here we go. Draw. I will play an island. I'm going to tap 2, including a white, and bring out the Concordia Pegasus.
I hate that Pegasus.
Yeah.
Especially it's always against this guy.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're 1 off from being able to activate its +2/+2 ability, which makes it useless, so pass the turn to you.
It doesn't make it useless. It makes it a mana sink that I got to spend when I don't want to spend.
Excuse me.
There's my 4th land. Yeah. We'll go to combat.
Okay. Now, there's a lot to be said for not blocking here, but this is the reason why I'm going to block. I'm going to block this because it forces you to spend 4 mana, and if you had something in hand, I would rather you spend 4 mana and kill this than cast whatever you have in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pump it up, and then my Pegasus dies.
And that passed to you.
Passed to me. Okay.
Now, why I did that, knowing what could have happened there, is because you don't get a lot of card draw in Gruul. So if you can hang on to a card or 2, sometimes not the worst thing.
I'm going to play another island. I'm going to pay 4, and I'm going to pass. I'm going to cast Dovin's Automaton. We saw it before. 3/3 gets significantly better if Dovin is on the battlefield. And I'll pass the turn to you.
Right. Untap. Draw. For 3, I'm going to cast the Glamour Shaman again. I'm going to not give it a +1 counter, and I am going to give it haste.
Okay.
So when it attacks, target creature opponent controls can't block this turn.
Okay.
So, want to go to combat?
Yes, sir.
So swing with both, activating the not block.
So I'm going to take 3.
Yes, sir.
So I'm down to 15.
And then I pass back to you.
Pass back to me. Draw. I'm going to play a Plains. No, I got to do this. It sucks, but I got to do this.
Tempo.
Yeah, I'm going to tap for 5. I'm going to cast Chillbringer. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. I'm actually going to do it with that instead of that. I mean, there's something to be said for doing it with targeting the Shaman, because then you're not going to be able to use its ability. But I don't want you to be able to use that and mana sink it. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, tap that down.
Cool.
And so that one won't untap during its next untap step. I mean, it's kind of a waste because it was tapped to begin with. It's always better to be able to do that and be able to tap and then have that ability go off. But I think I did the right thing there. This is going to attack in and prevent one of them from blocking. You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity and swing in with the Automaton.
Okay. So I drop to 17.
Okay. I'll pass the turn to you now. Oh, no.
Fifth land, yeah.
I don't like the way you threw that land, man. No.
Better at 5th land, yeah.
Now I'm worried that I probably shouldn't have attacked there.
Okay. So what we're going to do here...
Oh, no.
No, it's nothing like crazy. Really. It's just kind of fun. So red, green, 1 of anything for the Charging War Boar with haste.
Yepers.
So next we're going to go to combat.
Yepers.
Swing, swing.
See, I shouldn't have attacked.
Trigger.
I'm going to take 4. Okay, so down to 11.
And then tap for 2 for the Feral Maka again. 2/2 cat bear.
Okay.
He's just a cat. I just call him a bear because the 2/2 for 2. And now I pass back to you.
Okay, so I'm going to untap, draw. I'm going to play a Plains. I'm going to cast something I don't want to have to cast, but I'm going to cast it anyways. I'm going to pay 4, including a blue and a white. I'm going to cast Sphinx's Insight. Draw 2 cards, addendum. If you cast a spell during your main phase, which I am, I'll gain 2 life. So I'm going to go up to 13. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm then going to pay 1 white and
the Azorius Arrestor.
Bring out the Elite Arrestor.
Elite Arrestor.
It's like, yeah, basically it's the Azorius Arrestor. And that is my turn, sir. I'm going to pass the turn now to you.
I think the Azorius Arrestor, though, didn't he just on thing, like when he entered the battlefield, I think you tap someone, didn't he? This is the Pauper staple.
Oh, there might be, yeah. Yeah, so this would be like a sort of a revisioning of that particular card. I don't know, actually. I've never heard of that card before. Unless
you played that against me in Pauper. I swear you have.
Pauper was a long time. It was like 2 years ago that we did that. 2-3 years ago that we did that Mana Cave.
Still. Okay, I'm going to go to combat.
I figured you would.
Okay, swing with the team. And we'll say that he... actually, he can't block.
Okay.
Because if you get your Planeswalker, which you have the mana to, he gets big and nasty.
Yeah.
Big and nasty.
Okay. Man, you got all that mana up. See, one of the things as well, too, is that if I don't block... if I don't block, you have spells in that deck which could kill me outright. So I think I have to block. I'm going to put that in front of that. So if that is going to survive without an extra spell in your hand, you're going to have to pump it up. And I'll put that in front of that so that this has the outside chance of not dying.
Okay. So now, if I pump him up, he's still going to die, but he'll trade there. Whereas if I do this, cooler stuff happens.
Brightburn?
Brightburn.
Brightburn. Yeah. See, that's what I was worried about with not blocking at all. So.
Yeah. Because that might have actually been lethal if you didn't block at all.
Yeah.
So attacking creature get +2/+0. So he's now a 4, just 1 though, so he's still going to die.
Mm-hmm.
He will live, but he
will kill off the elite, yeah.
And then you're only going to take 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. So puts me down to 5 though. Puts me down to 5. So yeah, I'm taking 8. I'm down to 5, and I lose 2 creatures. I still have the Chillbringer, but as long as that's there, my Chillbringer is essentially neutered.
Yeah.
So,
Pass back to you, sir.
okay, here we go. Here we go. Draw. I'm gonna play an island.
And I got rid of the tapper dude who I'm not a fan of.
So if I don't have a creature, I'm basically dead because that is going to be make it so that can't. Yeah. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll play out my hand to show you. I'm going to tap 1 blue and 2 white. This would have been great if I had this earlier on. Verity's Circle. It is an enchantment. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't being declared as an attacker, you draw a card. I can then pay 4. See, this thing is way too costly. I can then pay 4 and 1 blue to tap target creature without flying. I only have 4 up, so I can't even tap something down. So I will pass the turn to you with 1 blocker up. Now, I do have 2 cards in hand,
Yeah.
but we'll see how that works out for me.
Tap him for 5. Magic number. Rampaging Renderborn. It has Riot, so I'm obviously going to choose to give it haste.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm obviously going to go to combat.
Yeah. And I'm gonna show off my island plans in hand, and then
So blah blah blah. Your one dude can't attack, and I still.
I got 1 win. Which is better than I thought would happen with Dovin's deck. Should we see what's what do you have in hand, by the way?
2. They're not useless. They're the 3/2s that give me 2 life, but I'm like
Their bodies on the board, right?
They are, but I needed haste or combat tricks or something.
I needed. Oh, you know what? Dovin's dismissal might not have been bad if I had drawn that first. No, because you have so much with Riot. Well, if I get behind on the board, and like this, that's why this shaman is ridiculously good.
Which I really gotta wonder. Yeah, actually, sorry, he is quite good.
Yeah.
Why he didn't have Riot?
I think they thought that maybe they thought it was just going to be too powerful with Riot, because that is pretty good with like it. Because then you can, if you
then it becomes
instead
a
of haste, you mean
4/2?
right? Yeah, obviously, because
he could be a 4/2 without haste.
Yeah, and then get a plus and then +1/+1 and have trample.
I guess then if Domri is there, he's ridiculous for 3 mana, because then he would essentially be attacking as a because he would get haste from Domri.
Yeah, I wonder if they just did that because they didn't want to get any of the exclusive cards. The new abilities, like keyword abilities, because maybe they thought they'd be more sought after at that point.
Whereas I think that would be the reason to give, because it is like the flagship.
Exactly,
It's literally riding the boar. And he's actually in the trailer. That's the something the Gruul clan. He's got his little mace or whatever. Like.
So yeah, that was that. Well, that's pretty much how I expected it to go.
And that is why I love Riot. I mean, it still would have been good, but look what happened last time. I kept giving you more turns trying to build out my board.
Yeah.
And then your flyer base got so big.
Yeah.
So if he didn't have Riot, well, okay, I had a good shot anyway. But if I kept having to get in that situation where I had to basically wait one more turn, especially against the blue deck.
Yeah.
You're going to find yourself behind.
And I did draw extra cards. I mean, I drew extra cards with the Sphinx's Insight as well, too. Now, once again, it cost me 4.
Yeah.
And then to get the extra life, which was important to me at that point, I had to cast it on my main phase. It was just, it's not, Sphinx's Insight is just not a good card, in my opinion.
Super happy I had that 5 mana, though. Because if I do that and only had the 4, I'd be like, come on, man. Come on.
But yeah, I was thinking of casting this last turn, but I wanted, like, before, I actually had this just before Chillbringer.
Yeah.
But I needed Chillbringer out there. I needed to delay some things, and
That's
drawing an extra card at that
mana
point
sink.
wouldn't have made. Yeah.
This tap down is nice, but
So
5 each turn.
Really don't think there was much I could have done differently, given the cards that you had in hand that would have pulled this game out of the fire. And I actually had a solid opening hand. This opening hand I thought was better than game 2, and game 2 I somehow miraculously won. So, but this is not. Once again, this is not surprising. This is not. No. I was not. Oh my goodness! I can't believe Dovin lost to Domri. It did better than I would have initially thought it would. So,
how do you feel about is it addendum or mendum? Addendum.
Addendum.
How do you feel about that mechanic?
I think if it's worth it, like for example, Sphinx's Insight is awful. I think it's an
Don't hold anything back.
Yeah, it's an awful incentive for you to do something on your own turn. Something like Unbreakable Formation, there's so much extra to casting on your main phase. You're putting +1/+1 counters on all of your creatures. Yeah. Those stick around, and then they're also going to gain Vigilance until the end of turn, and that's on top of the giving them indestructible, like the main part of the spell does. So with something like this, I think it's great.
Yeah.
With something like Sphinx's Insight, I think it's less than perfect.
See,
to put it mildly.
Wasn't that mild? Whenever I have the choice and I I end up having to use it for the lesser value, it's my own nature. I feel like I've robbed myself of something.
Yeah.
So if I end up having, there's that one commander staple too. God, there's like 4 commander references. that white one where it's destroy target artifact or enchantment, but if you cast it on your turn, you destroy 2.
Yeah.
So obviously you want that instant options.
Yeah.
But then no matter what, if you do it in speed, like I could have killed 2 enchantments, I could have killed 2 artifacts. So that kind of thing, it's the nature that I have that I feel like I could have got a bargain. And that goes to like Magic the Gathering cards too. Like you should see me go nuts on like Boxing Day shopping for cards. Like,
Yeah.
Because it's a bargain.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like Black Friday, Boxing Day, and I think there's usually like another sale throughout the year. And I know that's usually when you go to one of the friend of the channel, Top Deck Hero.
TopDeckHero.com,
who supported us really early on when the channel was just in its infancy.
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. But they do have some incredible deals, and they have like giveaways every once in a while as well too. They're not sponsoring this video.
No.
We're just talking that we don't have sponsors.
Yeah, I know.
So when I talk about Dragon Shields, when I talk about Top Deck Hero,
Yeah.
401 Games is another online shop that I've shopped at as well too that I really like. Whenever we talk about any products, when we talk about beers, like O'Hara's, it's not because we're sponsored. I will let you know whenever anything is ever sponsored. One last thing before we sign off here. Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for all the incredible support, especially around these Planeswalker decks. The overview, we're filming this on the Saturday of the pre-release. I released the overview for the Planeswalker decks earlier today, like this morning, and they're already doing really, really great. You guys are coming out in droves to check out the videos, to leave comments, very insightful comments as well too, telling me which Planeswalker deck you like more. And there's no shame in preferring the Dovin deck.
Yeah.
On paper, I would prefer the Dovin deck as well too, because it's more my playstyle. But yeah, the support you guys shown is absolutely incredible. Also, thank you guys earlier in Game 2 when I asked for positive energy, because when I finally got the positive energy and the land drew to the top, I forgot about you guys completely because I was so excited. But thank you guys for the positive energy. That was your win. That was on you. Thank you guys so much for that. And finally, we have a... Brain Pulp TV does a Token of the Month Club where there is a new exclusive token that's created each and every month. And it's... the artwork, the main artwork, is done by Lar D'Souza, who is an award-winning artist and a friend of mine. And I then paint it up, and we get it printed them up. We print up the tokens, and then you can choose between 1 to 10 tokens sent to your door each and every month. If you want more, let me know. I can work something out as well too. But yeah, if you sign up for that, it's done through Patreon because it's just an easier way to sort of deal with the back end and getting the addresses and stuff. But yeah, this month we are doing insect tokens, 1/1 black-green insect tokens. Next month, I believe we're finally doing cat tokens, but we are super close to hitting our first goal. And when we do hit the first goal, I'm going to produce a double-sided token, and it's most likely a double-sided token is going to be vampires. So one side it's going to be the white vampires, and the other side is going to be, I think, either the black vampires or the black-white vampires. So that should be that. I'm really excited about doing that because I have a really cool idea to send off to Lar about that token. So there you go. That's the spiel. Travis, do you have any final thoughts?
Quick one. Congratulations on your last arena video. It got over 1,000 views, which I know you've been hoping that those arena videos at some point would get. And your last one, it was this week.
It was the Simic Ascendancy one. Yeah, it was actually, I released that on, I think, just a few days ago. And it did better. It's the best. It's done the best of all the arena videos I've done because I want to do more arena.
Yeah.
Also, I think I mentioned this, but I've started streaming. I did my first stream on Wednesday, and I'm definitely going to make that a regular thing. It may not always be Magic.
It to me, but
I mentioned to you. Yeah, I mentioned off. I forget sometimes when I mention things off camera, but yeah. So I'm definitely going to start doing that. I'm gonna. I think for sure 3 days a week is going to be easy. I'm going to try to shoot for 4 and 5, but 3 days a week may not always be Magic. But one of those days during the week is definitely going to be Magic or Magic Arena or something like that.
MTGO?
Yeah, no.
MTG, no.
No, I don't think so. Not anymore. Maybe if I want to go back to do some old school stuff, but mostly it's going to be Magic Arena. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Stay warm.